what would you advise somebody who is currently, looking at their results and thinking, well, that's all very well, but how am I going to change them? So I know we've looked at those minds, but it really is sort of steps, isn't it? What kind of steps might they take initially to move towards changing those results?
I think one of the first changes that somebody can do, Napoleon Hill, to create this philosophy, Think and Grow Rich, he studied 500 of the most successful people in the early 1900s over a period of 25 years, a quarter of a century. This philosophy is so deep, it's so profound. Like, you can imagine with that level of research and study. And he says the keystone of this philosophy, chapter 4, he says the keystone of this philosophy is auto-suggestion. So you asking what's one of the ways that someone listening to us now can change what's happening in their subconscious. It's through auto-suggestion. Now, what is auto-suggestion? That's actually the name of the chapter. It's a suggestion from yourself to yourself. And what you ideally want is you want an affirmation about your goal. So whether it's the amount of money you want to earn in a month, in a year, whether it's the value of your property portfolio, whatever your goal is, you want a statement, but it's got to be written in emotive language because the subconscious is the emotional mind. So my suggestion to you, and this was what Bob taught me to do, was start your goal out by writing, I am. Something so powerful about those first two words. I am so happy and grateful now that. I'm so happy and grateful now that. And then write out your goal. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning £20,000 per month from my property portfolio. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, it's done. Whatever that is for you, whatever your income goal is for you, I'm so happy and grateful now that I own X amount of properties. I'm happy, I'm healthy, wealthy, it's done. And have this statement and you repeat it to yourself over and over, because when you understand how the mind works, the subconscious, it's through that constant spaced repetition that you move it into the subconscious. And if you do that for 7 days, 31 days, 90 days, and you continue doing it every day for 5 minutes, I mean, you might even want to get your phone and set a timer and just auto-suggest the heck out of your goal. Think of how much you're going to turn that into a belief. And I don't care which religion you subscribe to, which philosophy of success. Psychiatrists, psychologists, psychiatrists, they all say you've got to believe. That's where the magic is. And if there's any suggestion I can give to anybody in terms of how they can start the process of shifting what's happening in the sub, that would be the number one suggestion, Emma, is to get involved in auto-suggestion daily, disciplined auto-suggestion. And that's why people have affirmations and kind of mantras that they repeat to themselves. It's something that you've got to constantly be saying and repeating, which moves it into the subconscious, which controls the behavior.
So is it basically kind of like, the repetition is almost, you're brainwashing yourself into that belief. So it's that just constantly, the fact that, Hillary, he sat there, just believing constantly that he's going to get there, brings it to fruition, so to speak.
100%. Repetition is the first law of learning. When you went to school and you were a little girl, Emma, you started out with addition, right? Then when you mastered addition, you went to subtraction and then division and multiplication. But the thing is, your teacher taught you something that says, Emma, 5 times 5 is 25. And initially, you kind of trying to figure it out, our little minds back then, we're trying to figure it out. And then they show it to us how it works. And then we get it, and then we kind of forget, and then they teach it to us again. So it's a constant spaced repetition. And And that's how you move an idea. Because the subconscious is emotional mind, one of two ways you're going to get in there. One is an emotional impact, loss of a job, loss of a relationship, loss of a loved one. 9/11 for the people in New York City, extremely negative emotional impact, can be positive. In South Africa here, we had a very positive one in 1995 with the Rugby World Cup with Nelson Mandela and Francois Pienaar. But generally it's negative, and also another thing, generally we cannot control an emotional impact. Now the other way is this constant spaced repetition over and over and over, and that's how you get an idea from the conscious to the subconscious. Just one step further in terms of how you can truly shift your paradigm to be in harmony with the results you want, the amount of money you want to earn, your health results you like, relationship results. Bob Proctor, over 6 decades, he said he's never come across an individual. In all of that time working with people all around the world, he's never come across somebody who's done it by themselves. So you want to get involved in an elite level mindset coaching program combined with professional coaching over a reasonable period of time with that implementation of the constant spaced repetition. Think of it, right? Why do the most successful athletes, whether we're talking about the top players in the English Premier League, why do the most successful athletes have coaches? Like, I'm pretty sure if you go to a Chelsea Football Club or Liverpool or Manchester United, you'll find they have mindset coaches, they have skills coaches, they have a head coach, and they have a forwards coach, and they have a back, they're top athletes at the top of their game, and yet they still have mentors, or they still have people whose the mentor's job is to point out your blind spots.
Amazing. And we've just had Helen who's written something amazing. She said, I taught Edmund Hillary's granddaughter. Well, that is a story. I'd love to hear, Helen, if she had the tenacity and the imagination and the achievements that her grandfather had. Wow, what an incredible story. I'd love to hear more about that, Helen. So amazing. We've literally just got a couple of minutes left. So Lee, it would be great. I know you always have fantastic webinars, so if people want to spend a bit more time with you, let them know. I know I've got a link at the top here, but tell us a bit about what you are going to be covering. I think it's Thursday, isn't it, this week?
So I'm running a webinar on Thursday at 10 a.m. UK. The title of the webinar is Entrepreneurs, How to Clear the Blocks to Your Abundance. And just quick 3 takeaways that everybody who joins us is going to take away from the webinar. It's free to attend. Number 1, I'm going to show you what the root cause of your results is, which we've discussed on today's conversation, Emma. But I'm going to really go deeper with the paradigm and show you some graphics and show you how this works from a mindset perspective. And then I'm going to show you how to change it. Number 2 is I'm going to introduce you to 3 income earning strategies and show you which is the best one to use. And thirdly, I'm going to give you a strategy to turn your annual income into a monthly income. Now, if you're watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, or you're listening to us on Clubhouse, if you would like to turn your annual income into a monthly income, drop a hell yeah in the chat. Drop a hell yes in the chat. It's just such a wonderful idea, and it's something I've experienced, with the mindset work that Bob Rock has taken me through. But that's a bit about the webinar on Thursday.
Amazing. Well, Lee, that's absolutely awesome. And Helen has said that Edmund Hillary's granddaughter was in fact head girl and a really lovely person and fun. So so that's having somebody like that in the family cannot help but to rub off on others, can it? So the power of this kind of material. Well, look, Lee, as always, this has been tremendous spending an hour with you. I really, really appreciate it. I've written down loads of notes because whenever I speak to you, I always have new things that jump up and remind me what I need to keep doing and what I need to add on to. So, I absolutely love that.